Hello, welcome to Wednesday Newsline at Wednesday News at 6. I changed it a bit. I was doing a bit of few assignments there today and I was just joining you now. So I hope you enjoy my program today. As you know, it's quite a busy week with the World Cup and all. And at the moment, the match it's well on. It's the 30th minute on in this match. It's Spain 3, Croatia nil. So Spain have a foothold in this World Cup, as I was saying there. They could top the group there in that group. I must go through the different parts of the World Cup there, which is, as I was saying there, it is interesting stuff. So, just more what it says about Spain, Spain versus Costa Rica updates, the latest, as I was saying, I gave you there, and I'm just coming in. I'm just turning on the telly there, so I didn't look at the matches all day. I was busy. Russia strikes hits electricity water supplies in Kiev. It just says what it says. Basically, there. It says the entire Kiev's region was without electricity after Russia airstrikes targeted critical infrastructure, said Oleg Kolby, ahead of the regional military administrator. Kiev Mayor Vylkoyevsky also reported on the Telegram messaging app that water supply had been cut off. So that's the main news that's coming out on RTE website there, and and then it says your review finds progress of several check recommendations. That's the checks there on the cancer, as I was saying there. A new Northern Ireland born scientist among new European astronauts. That's good now. TikTok solicitor Richard Grogan dies after illness. That's there. That's gone up on the main thing. And I was saying I was going to check the results so far in the World Cup. As I was saying, it is. I think it was Stephen Nolan that was talking about it there yesterday. Who would you support? I certainly wouldn't support England there, and I'm just giving my views there. Uh, they'd be going on about it for the rest of their lives that they won it, as I was saying, and that's just the way it is. Japan rise as Germany flop in world opening again. So I'll just give you the results so far. The results of the matches there. That results now. The update of that match there so far, as I was giving you it there. It's 3-0. And the updates. It just says here from Barcelona. Ferran Torres as he strikes the kick down the middle and leaves going the wrong way to his left. So that was Torres scored there, the last goal there, and it is pretty good when Spain are doing well. As I was saying there, they're always a great team to look at, full of life and full of thing. If you're into that, I was just going to look at the fixtures now. The fixtures ahead of them in the World Cup there, so it is pretty free flowing because I was just looking at it there, the match. I was just, as I was saying there, I was just turning it on, and I will be looking at the Bray People News in a while. This is just the results now. The results there, the match now that's on later. It's is it in the same group? It's on later. Belgium and Canada. That's the match that's on us tonight at 7, and then the match tomorrow, Switzerland and Cameroon. Switzerland should win that. Uruguay, South Korea. I see Uruguay could win that. Or South Korea aren't bad either. So, and then the other match that's on is Portugal and Ghana. That's on at 4 o'clock. And then Brazil and Serbia. That's on at 7. So Brazil should be exciting to look at. And then England and USA there on again at 7 there on Friday. And just the tables. I'm just going to go through the tables now. So far, the Netherlands are out in front with 3 points. Ecuador have three, and Senegal nil, and Qatar nil. So they're the two top teams there, Netherlands and Ecuador so far. And then the next group then is England, Wales, USA, and Iran. And England are out in front with three. Wales 1 point, USA 1 point, and Iran nil. So England and Wales could get that spot. And then Saudi Arabia out in front in the other group, three. Poland won, Mexico won, Argentina nil. So that's the other group. And then the other group, then France, Tunisia, Denmark, Austria, uh, Australia, I mean, and France out in front for three. Tunisia won, Denmark won, and Australia nil. And then the group I'm talking about there, Spain have 3 points, Japan have three, Germany nil, and Costa Rica nil. So that's the group there. And then Ghana, Portugal, South Korea, and Uruguay. That's the matches. They're the ones that are on tomorrow. Brazil, Cameroon, Serbia, and Switzerland. That's the other group. And Croatia, Mexico, Morocco, Belgium, and Canada. So far, if I was give a favourite, France possible team. Spain, good team. But you'd have to say England at the moment getting into quarterfinals. But Croatia have won. Croatia could get there as well. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. So that's the score. So actually, I think I made a mistake there. It's Costa Rica. They're playing Spain, so I'm sorry about that. Costa Rica. So that's the results there. So I just thought I'd give you them results there. Uh, and then the entertainment news. Ellie's Late Late Show Taisha Pro surprise ahead of this Friday's night show. Brian Tuberty paid a special visit to see Elisa Dolan at Kremlin. So Children's Hospital was our favourite band picture. She also joined as a surprise. So that was that surprise there. And then icon guitarist Wilco Johnson has died aged 75. I was reading he was an actor as well, so that's pretty good. That's pretty sad. It's very sad there about that. And then I'll just go and dissect the news on the Irish Independent. A man charged with assault after two Garda were attacked in Ballyfermot was caught red-handed, court told. So that was a terrible thing as well, beating up the guard. Young boy mom urging people to stop kissing babies after her child was left battling deadly virus with long-term effects. And Rosaline Davis says she wants for Christmas is to have full rights as a parent. So that's on the Irish Independent. And then more about the World Cup. I'd like to check all the papers there. It just says entire German team protests being silenced by FIFA ahead of World Cup opener against Japan, and we were afraid. Our overcautious Croatia must be more courageous, says manager Zalazki Dalia. And England are optimistic that Harry Kane will be fit to face the USA on Friday after training with squad. And then I don't have to pick a side. Bruno Fernandes says Cristiano Ronaldo's Man United exit will not derail Portugal. So that's that. And then on the entertainment news on the Irish Independent, the Late Late Show, Toy Show, the last people, the festive juggernaut is for kids. That's what someone said to me last year. That the Late Late Show doesn't show much toys anymore. It's all about singing, song, and dancing. And this, I tend to agree with them there. It's gone like an entertainment show instead of what it should be showing is showing you more toys, more books, and all. I don't know. That's what someone else was saying there. So, yeah, I'd like to what you think of my views there, but that's what I think myself. Not that I would look at it every year, but that's what I think. And then what I've learned, the opinions can lead to consequences. Belfast actor Michael Conran on playing an extremist in Coronation Street. He's a very evil man in Coronation Street, isn't he? If you've seen it, I do look at the storylines and they're interesting. The way he put the whole process of the soaps together. It is interesting stuff, and it's interesting to look at it. So I'll just go now to the Irish Times just to finish my first section off there. Gabriel Scally says serious work's needed to create open disclosure policy. And just World Cup, Spain versus Costa Rica live. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I said, I said, I'm sorry about that. So it's still 3-0 and it's 40-minute gone. Couple heavily involved in substance abuse where abducted daughter court heads. So that's the all from the Irish Times. And now I'll go straight into the news. As I'm saying, this is episode 13, so I'm well into the podcast. It just says, without Stephen, Nora wouldn't have survived. That article on the front of the paper is the selfish bravery of a local surfer has been honoured by the state earning silver medal at the National Bravery Awards in Dublin. On Saturday, April the 23rd, Stephen Ryan, a father of three, had been surfing at North Cove in Greystone when he heard shouts for help. He grabbed his board and rushed into the sea to aid three women. Nora Robbie, Leah Freeman, and Leah Bartram had been swimming beach when they got into difficulty. So that's what that stop story is about. It's a great bravery story, and that's the top story on the brave people. And further in, without him, Nora wouldn't have survived. The swimmers were close to the breakwater, and water was flowing over it and pulling everything back. So Kate's Star Wars adventure brings Kylo Ryan to Greystone Streets. Members of the 500th Street patrolling Greystone. A dream has come true for brave Star Wars fanatic Kate Hughes. Kate got to join the Star Wars bad guys, who it turns out are really the good guys. So that's the Lions Club marks Diabetics Day. Bray Lions joined with 44,000 Lions Club throughout the world to mark World Diabetics Day on November the 14th. So that's on that. And then Greystone School team up to stop place blocking. The three secondary schools in Greystones are working together to ensure the route for new students in the first year is more efficient and less stressful for parents. And delight as Alice exceeds 550 funding targets. The Wicklow parents of a young girl whose fighting cats have paid an emotional tribute to the Irish public after raising enough funds to secure Irish saving treatment for their daughter in the US. So that's a good news story there. Calls for swimmers to stay clear of Braynor Beach. Clear signage about dangers are to be put in wake of Kieran McEnany drowning. Where wheels are in motion to erect clearer signage about the dangers of swimming near North Bray following the drowning. No swimming signs already exist in the location, but it remains one of the most frequent areas of Bray's strand for swimmers due to the rocks that provide space sitting down that hanging things up. So that's about that. There are three possible for signs. People are oblivious to science. They don't see them. So that's what it says there. Wicklow and Mone counties hit hardest by primary school teachers shortages. And then the shows coming up in the Mermaid. Glasshouse presents favourites. Andy Irvin and Donald Lunny. That's on the 16th of December. Phil Coulter at 80. December the 17th. That's the shows coming up. And John Prine Celebration Show. That's on 26th of November. And the Glasshouse presents favourites. That's on the 2nd of December. So that's the funeral here. It would had be more Kieran's. It would be filled with gold. That's about the funeral there of Kieran, and it's very sad, as I was saying there, as I was saying further on. It's Ukrainian culture showcased at Temple Carrick School in Greystones. Celebration of Ukrainian culture at Temple Carrick School's Greystones. So, and then more about Irish stars come to Wicklow as Sir John Bowman honoured. Lovely pictures there of him. So, and then Feston lighting to brighten up Bray Albert's Walk. And Bray councillors agreed 2023 budget. Uh, Call is called for TFI and go ahead meeting homelessness staff and car parking upgrades. view from Herbert Road towards they're talking about the car park in the church there and the motion there. So I'll read that further on. I don't know much about it, but I'll read it further on. And then pictures there of Bray. There's an article there about Ireland's own celebrating 120 years. Christmas wouldn't be the same without it. Christmas, 128 pages if you want to get that. There's good reading and good stories. So there are then more pictures there of Biffy graduation ceremony. As I was saying there, more pictures there of the main pictures. Wicklow Development's up for Property Excellence Awards, and Drive By Centre gears up for festive seasons. So Frank is my best friend, and no one else would put up with me. So that's two couples who have been together for decades. Tell reporter Arlene Davis now they have how they stayed together. And Declan Lynch remembered as one of life's superhero as leukemia battle ends. Late Wicklow teenager Dylan Lynch, who fought cancer for almost half his life, remembered for his bravery, determination, positive and love of soccer and tennis. We will be forever grateful Dylan got to visit Old Trafford one last time a few weeks ago. That's another sad story down. And then funny man Neil Denham brings new show to Tinnahealy. And then Disenchanted Stars in Love with Ireland. As I was saying, that's it on Disney if you want to check it out. I didn't look at much. I looked at a few minutes of it. I'll have to look further on. There's good editing in it, and it looks well and scary. So if you want to check that out, and then there's an article David Metcalf called into stone built in Ballynock, Anna of Michael and Angela Freeman. He learned a bit about working with the village's local granite and how bicycles were important in courting in the 1950s. And that's that article there. I'm the oldest man here in Ballynockland. We have no complaints. It suits us where we can see the lake. So provincial final spots up for spots. Bray seek place in the side. The Bray Emmets are just 60 minutes away from making the final of major Leinster hurling championships. Who would have believed it apart from Bray? As I was saying, they're playing Nave Barrack from Dublin. That's on Saturday, and it's on a half one. I might check that one out myself. It's interesting stuff. So that's the main match. And Josh Van der Flyer is on top of the world. He got an award. I say he's a great. And then Wayne takes Wicklow reins. Gavin is new ladies manager. Gavin Wayne and Bourne and Fanning to battle it out for top job in Wicklow. Kiltegan's Damien Bourne and Wicklow's GA Vincent Fanning, two man that's up for the job there. And back to back minor titles for Brilliant Blessington. That's the ladies. Blessington 311, Tinnahealy 110. So Mick Mills would be sorely missed. The late Mick Mills, who was in Blessington. I heard the radio show there. He was on the gate in Auckland. I would like to say that's pretty sad news. So that's that. That's there, and then there's more GEA there, more stuff there. There's a good bit of GEA in the paper there today, hurling and football. But I'll go through it quick just to get it. It's Carnew living the dream. That's more about the soccer, Wicklow, the ladies, and then celebration time for Irish players for Wicklow Jazz in national squad. So that's there, and then Wicklow boxers in great form at Wexford. Thanksgiving is a holiday worth celebrating even without a turkey, says David Luby. Nothing small about using my new meter. That's the new way I see it. Father Michael Command, OP, and medals and at large. A week in solitary and the secrets of the bedchamber under the duvet with medals. So I don't know what that's about. School report, it's all the schools there. And then Edward Hayden, this week's Pear's Belly Vanilla Victorian Sponge, so it looks nice. And then Kilmechanic Diaries, the late Tom Murphy, rest in peace. Cardinic Fust, Respondus, and Crafts Class, Girls Soccer Academy. And then down the years, there's the stories there, different stories there. One from November 2009. Child's head needed 200 staples after dog attack. So that's an old story there. And that's then, and around the districts. I'm nearly at the end of this now. Uh, just the Audi gets an excellence in Q8 e-tron. That's the new Audi. The Audi show runs in spring. The new Audi and Audi Southback e-tron will be available to order starting in mid-November with a starting price from 86,000. I'd have to get one of them. Yeah, sounds love and it looks lovely. So, and then the children's crosswords, and then the last page, uh, Jim Horney's National Trail. Birds manage to eat without having teeth. And then there's an article there, Pete Wedderburn, animal doctor. Why is euthanasia okay for pets but not for people? Fairly old and ill pets are often euthanized to prevent suffering. So that's the article there. It always makes a point. And this week in 1981, Under Pressure, Queen and David Bowie was the number one hit. And then the Saturday films here, Channel 4, Hidden Figures, that's the film that's on. And then on Monday, The Wife, and Tuesday, Venus. So they're the films there. So that's just the main news there on the Bray People. I just thought I'd go through it, and I'm well into podcasts. I hope you enjoyed my podcast today. I will be back again, and thanks for listening. There's, I'd like to thank all my listeners. My thing has gone up a bit, all the support I'm getting. So thanks very much, and I'll be back. I'll be back very soon. So thanks very much. Bye.